Hey guys, how's it going? Nick here, and I know I normally make Fallout 76 content on my channel, and I kind of wanted to switch things up a little bit because there is a new game that's going to be coming out soon, and I'm going to be playing it, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit. I'm going to talk about why I'm going to play Anthem when it releases, and why I think that you guys should too. For those of you who don't know what Anthem is, it is BioWare's latest game, and over the last few years they have been spending all of their resources and time focusing on creating this new adventure for us. For those of you who don't know who BioWare is, they are the leading game developers behind the Mass Effect series, the Dragon Age series. They also created the big Star Wars MMO, Star Wars The Old Republic. And their reputation has sort of been up in the air recently, mostly because Mass Effect Andromeda was such a big, huge flop with all of its issues. Dragon Age was not amazing. It was still a pretty good game, but it didn't live up to a lot of people's expectations who were fans of the original Dragon Age games. And they are owned by EA, so a lot of players thought that this was going to be the end of BioWare. Mass Effect Andromeda lost their support for making expansions for the game about a month after the game released. That should tell you that they completely failed this project and EA wanted nothing to do with it. And this personally upset me. I am a big, huge fan of the Mass Effect games, and although Mass Effect Andromeda had its issues with bugs and stuff like that, I really enjoyed myself, even if the story was a little lacking. Unfortunately, Mass Effect Andromeda was sort of building up towards another trilogy like the original Mass Effect trilogy was, so we are left with a whole bunch of questions as what the game was supposed to be, what the next story that we were going to get. And now that it's canceled, it has left a bad taste in a lot of the players' mouth over whether or not BioWare is still the competent game developer that they used to be back in the day. I played the original Mass Effect trilogy. Mass Effect 2 is probably my favorite game of all time. If you guys have never tried that game out, it is such a good story. You don't really even need to play the first one to get into Mass Effect 2. It is just an amazing experience. So, of course, I want BioWare to do good. I really like some of the games that BioWare puts out. The Star Wars MMO is actually one of the ones that I spent a lot of time in. So, I do have a little bit of fanboyism for BioWare, just like I do for Bethesda. That's why I gave Fallout 76 such a chance, and I'm still having a good time with it because I am a diehard fan. And to be honest, I have made this statement in the past. I don't really have a high bar for disliking games. I usually enjoy every single experience that I get myself into. Even with issues and all, I don't really find it too bothersome. I just want to get in and immerse myself in the world, and if the game can do that, I consider myself having a good time. But after Mass Effect Andromeda, BioWare sort of went quiet for a couple of years, and we didn't really know what they were working on next until all of this information and videos started to come out from their YouTube channel about this new experience called Anthem. And poring over all the videos that I've seen so far, this game looks really amazing. It looks sort of like a mixture between Destiny and Diablo and Borderlands. This looks like it's going to be a really fun experience. You are pretty much a mercenary in a type of exo bodysuit called javelins. There are 4 different ones you could choose from, each with its own set of pros, cons, abilities, and play styles. And you get to join up with 3 of your other friends and explore this world, doing a whole bunch of quests and finding out the secrets that are hidden within. Now, I first played Destiny when it first came out, and I really enjoyed myself. I played Destiny 2 again, and they seem to have expanded on a lot of the things that Destiny 1 seemed to be lacking and added onto it. And I personally enjoyed my time with Destiny 2, but once you got to the end game, it felt kind of lacking, and there wasn't matchmaking for any of the raids and stuff, so all of the matchmaking you had to do yourself, whether it be going to other Discords, Reddits, or Facebook, just trying to find other players to join up with you. The developers over at Bioware seem to have been keeping a close eye on Destiny's development cycle, seeing how the community reacts to all of the actions that they make, and Anthem looks like it's going to alleviate that a lot of the issues that a lot of people had when playing Destiny. And I know a lot of other players are still skeptical and on the fence about this game because it is a EA game for starters, and it is being created by Bioware, who doesn't have the best track record with their last couple of games. But I want to try and help alleviate some of those concerns you may have. Now, EA certainly deserves all of the flack and shit that it is getting. They have been known as the greediest company in the past with their microtransaction systems and loot boxes being heavily monetized. And Star Wars Battlefront 2 was, I think, the best example that EA listening to us, and they're trying to step away from the bad reputation that they created. Star Wars Battlefront 2 was supposed to have a loot box system where you got different abilities and cosmetic items from them just by playing the game. You could also buy them. This had garnered a bunch of flack from the players. They absolutely hated this idea. This was, another just EA corporate greed scam meant to just take every money out of my wallet. Eventually, Star Wars Battlefront 2 came out. It didn't come with the microtransaction system in the game, and they told us that they were going to work on it and come up with another idea that was better for the players. And now it's sort of a system where you know what you're going to buy. It's only cosmetic items, and you pay for it up front. No chance of loot boxes, no random chance of getting shit that you don't need. They definitely backtracked 100% on what their original plans were for Battlefront 2. And yes, it loses them a bunch of money in the long run because they don't allow the whales of the game industry to pour all of their cents into making their characters look really cool and be better than everybody else. But they garnered a little bit of goodwill towards its players. And I know EA still, they have done a lot of horrendous shit and a lot of bad things. But I think that instead of just having a negative outlook towards the publisher, instead of looking at what EA is doing to become better, and we need to enforce that positive change that they seem to be making with their games. Anthem has already stated that there is going to be no loot boxes in the game. The microtransactions are only going to be cosmetic only. You will know what you are getting when you pay for it, and everything that you acquire is going to be in-game. So if you want to spend the money to get something early, you can, but if you don't, just grind a little bit and eventually you will get that item. And I personally don't really have an issue with microtransactions as long as it isn't sort of a pay to power ratio. You shouldn't be paying to get an ability or a weapon or something that another player may not have the chance to get. That is unfair to a bunch of the players in the game that just want to jump in and have fun, don't want to give EA more of the money and see the cycle repeat itself. Now, whether or not this is always going to be the case for Anthem or any other Bioware games or EA games in general, but this is a very good thing to hear coming from a developer that is probably on their last legs with EA. If Bioware fails in Anthem, they're most likely going to get shut down, just like Visceral and every other game company that was under EA's umbrella. So you can bet that Bioware is going to make sure that this game is going to be fun for the players, it's going to be fair, and it's going to be fairly priced. And these are all good signs to me. Yes, I know this is EA, but these are good decisions that Bioware is making. And whether EA is taking a step back and letting Bioware do what they want, or if they're actively telling them, hey, make sure there's no loot boxes in the game. We don't want to get screwed over just like we did with Battlefront 2. Either way, this is good news for us, the players. So I'm personally excited about this game. I know there's still a lot of questions that a lot of the diehard fans of BioWare have, such as the story. BioWare is very known for how well their stories are in the game. So this is going to be a BioWare game void of making player choices, and it's going to focus entirely on giving you your own tailored story. Now, we don't know how this is going to play out. We don't know if it's going to be good, but for those of you who have played Mass Effect 2, that is the greatest story in the Mass Effect series. The lead writer of that game left after Mass Effect 2 was completed, and they brought him back on for Anthem. So for those of you that liked Mass Effect 2, liked the story, thought it was great, this is sort of reassuring that they are still focusing on the story for this game, even though it's going to be a shared multiplayer Destiny-like world. So either way, I'm excited. I really think you guys should also give this game a chance. I know there is a stigma behind pre-ordering games now because there has been a lot of crap being released lately, but if you want to try out Anthem before the game comes out, there is going to be a VIP demo on the 25th of this month. That's going to be in 2 days. There's also going to be an open demo for anybody, no pre-order required, on February 1st. So if you guys are on the fence or don't really know anything about this game, this is a fantastic opportunity for you guys to give this game a chance and make some opinions for yourself, because watching a video of a game can only go so far. You have to sit and play it for yourself, see how everything works, and see if you actually enjoy it. If you guys are looking to get into the VIP demo, all you need to do is join Origin Access. This is only a $15 buy-in, and you'll get access to a very large Origin library. But the kicker about this is this Origin premiere is actually going to come with the special edition of Anthem. So if you're only planning on playing this game for a few months, or you just want to try it out and see if it is worth picking up, you can pay the $15 a month, try it out, and then if you decide that you're going to be playing this game for a while, you can go ahead and purchase it when it comes out or whenever you're ready. I honestly think this is a very fantastic way to do a demo or beta for the game. I know Fallout 76's beta was just an early access masqueraded as a demo for the game, but this is fantastic news. The developers at BioWare are also being very open and answering a bunch of questions from the community. They do a live stream on their YouTube channel every week where they talk about a different aspect of Anthem, different things that are going to be coming in, and they showcase all the different abilities that each of the Javelins can do. It's very informative, very awesome, and the developers seem passionate about making this game fun for the player base. I really enjoy this transparency within the developers and the players. This is what I want for the Fallout series. The developers should be making videos talking to us, letting us know what they're going to change, what they want to implement, all the new things that they want to do, instead of leaving us in the dark just waiting for these bug fixes and stuff. Now, I'm not shitting on Fallout 76. I still really like the game. I'm having a fun experience, but this from BioWare is a very refreshing take and something that I don't think I would ever see again in the gaming industry. I thought it was just going to get more greed and more greed and more greed, forcing you to pre-order everything, the special editions to get some special things and everything. So it's very cool seeing this come from BioWare. I am very excited for this game. I can't wait to try it out in 2 days, and I'm going to be live streaming it over on my Twitch channel. So if you guys are on the fence about this game, don't want to spend the $15 for Premier Access, you guys can head over to my Twitch channel, and me, Pure Savagery, and Badger, the ones that solve all the week's nuke codes, we are going to be jumping into this new world, and we're going to see what it has to offer. So the links to my Twitch channel is going to be in the description down below. If you guys haven't followed already, please be sure to do that so you could be notified whenever I do go live. I plan on playing the demo from when it starts all the way until it ends. I'm going to no-life this game, so I really hope you guys join me for the ride. Also, for those of you who have not joined my Discord yet, it had been primarily focused on Fallout 76, solving nuke codes and stuff like that, but we recently branched out to incorporate Anthem and all of its player base. So if you guys are also interested in Anthem, if you want to look for players or if you want to talk about the game, you can head over to the Discord link in the description down below. Join us. Make sure you react to the Anthem image so you can see the different chat channels. All right, guys, I want to thank you for checking out this video, and we will see you in a few days for the release of the Anthem demo. All right, guys, see you in the next one.